Looks like we're live, so we will just wait for a few seconds and let Facebook roll this out to notify people. I'll just check and make sure that everything looks good as well on our page, that it's all working properly. For a few seconds. Oh, yes, looks like it's working properly. Fantastic. Okay. Just wait for a few more seconds and then let's see who comes on. Well, let's just kick this off anyway. So welcome everyone that is coming on live and that was going to be watching this via the replay. So as normal, we're going live using StreamYard. So if you're wanting to ask a question or comment during this live, or even after when you're watching this replay, please put hashtag replay and ask your question. So in the comments, I'll put a link to StreamYard and just click on that, then give Facebook permission so that we can see your questions and comments. Okay, all good? Fabulous. Okay, so today we are catching up with Paul South. Now, Paul has started in our last intake, this intake 2 weeks ago, and he is doing the BI, Business Intelligence Data Analyst Job Ready Programme. And so we're going to be following Paul through his journey over these 6 weeks, and we'll catch up with him every 2 weeks to see what he's learning, you know, if he's having any problems, obstacles, or extra stuff that he has to work on. And then after those 6 weeks, we're going to follow him into his internship, and that'll be every month. So thanks so much, Paul, for allowing us to journey with you.
Sorry, what was that last bit? You cut out for a second.
I said, thanks so much for allowing us to journey with you.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Happy to be here.
Awesome. So, Paul, can you just share a little bit about your background before we get into what you've been learning? So what is your background before you came to us? Did you have an IT background? What were you doing?
Well, directly before coming to you guys, I was actually working on a construction site. Doing building, but before that, I went to university and did a commerce degree.
Okay.
With got some kind of IT information systems experience there.
Okay, and so you're working on the building site. Then you went to university, and so how did you find Industry Connect? So obviously you wanted to jump into the IT sector and kind of like get out of the building side.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so how did you find Industry Connect? Was it on Facebook or what?
Well, I was kind of just felt like it was time to finally move into the industry, and did a bit of Googling online, and came across it and read some reviews, and it was all quite positive. So.
Oh, cool. So that's how you Googled us. Oh, yeah. That's good. Dr. Google showed you Industry Connect. That's wonderful. So tell us, Paul, your first 2 weeks is down. You finished the first 2 weeks with the BI Data Analyst Job Ready Programme. So what have you learnt over these last 2 weeks?
Well, the first week was mainly kind of SQL. So a lot of kind of coding, a bit of a steep learning curve for some of it, but it's been good. Our tutor Frank picked up that a few people were kind of struggling with it and sent us a link for some online training to kind of supplement what we've been doing.
Right. Yeah.
And then, more recently, we've been doing Power BI, which is great. It's like kind of playing with graphs and stuff like that. And
playing with graphs. Cool. What are you doing that for? Awesome. So have you found, like you said, like your SQL was a little bit, were you one of the ones that finding a little bit hard with the SQL side of things?
Yeah, well, I covered it a little bit at university for the basics, and probably thought I'd pick it up pretty easy straight away. But yeah, I had to put a bit of extra work in, and probably do some more study on it moving forward as well.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same with most people. Even like all these intakes previously. Some people will be a bit higher on the ladder of the knowledge of SQL. Some people not so much, and that's totally okay. We say to people, like, you're going to be stretched. You're going to have to really kind of like do that extra bit to get that knowledge. You have your classes and you have your homework kind of side of things. So that's good that you stretched and you're doing that. So, and the BI, before we came on, you said you like the BI side, Power BI that you're getting into.
Yeah, the data visualization's been great. Yeah, like the dynamic side of it as well, like how you can kind of click on part of the graph and it changes all the other ones on the same page.
Oh, wow, cool. So I'm not technically in that space of things. So it's really nice to hear what people find really interesting as well. I would find the data analysis side of things really interesting because I'm analytical, but I like visualization as well. So that's really awesome. So what are you, in the next 2 weeks, have you had as your tutor, Frank, has he told you what you're going to be going over next week? Or are you still on Power BI?
Yeah, there's kind of, puts kind of little comments in there, but I've more been concentrating on kind of day at a time. So yeah, we've got a kind of a rough idea, but not a lot of detail.
So we must be doing some more Power BI, just kind of like solidifying some things.
Yeah, from my understanding, yeah.
Right. Okay. And so, how are you going with the live sessions? Because all the classes are live via Zoom. Are you able to make all the live sessions, or how are you navigating your way around that? Because I know that you contract and everything at the moment, working full time. So, and most people are that join our programs. So, there are ways to navigate your way. So, how are you able to manage your whole program? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, to begin with, I tried to make the live sessions, but because in New Zealand they finish kind of somewhere between 10 and 10:30, and then I've got to get up for work at about 6:30 in the morning. So I've ended up kind of doing it a day afterwards, downloading the video and watching it, and I've found it quite helpful being able to, like, if you miss something slightly, just kind of pause, go back a minute or so and re-go over it. It's been quite helpful.
Yeah. And that's good to know that you can do that because, obviously, like you said, when you're contracting, you've got to get up at 6:30. You need to be on the ball, especially it's not like just a mental thing. You're a builder too. So you're having to, it's a physical thing. So yeah, that's good. And so you're just watching the recording, downloading the recording, watching it and scanning your QR code.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Nice and easy.
Yeah. Nice and easy. Well, that's awesome to hear. And thank you so much for sharing your journey so far these first 2 weeks. So we're going to catch up with you in 2 weeks' time, around about the same time. And I'm sure there's going to be more that you can tell us.
Yeah, definitely.
And see how you're going. Thanks so much, Paul, for your time and sharing your journey with us.
No worries.
Awesome. Fantastic. Just stay here. Thanks, everyone. And we'll catch you back in 2 weeks' time when we catch up with Paul. Have a wonderful weekend.